Alhamdulillah, motherfuckers! This, bred from Muhammad's God-given anus, scavenged from the Holy Land, Lord of the Andals, first of his name, I say the humble Meccans, stone the defiers, and rape women in the ass.
What's up guys, it's me Karim, and this is AreWeFamousNow. And today we're gonna respond to someone named Anus.
Amos.
Wait, it's Amos.
Amos.
You mean it's not Anus?
Amos.
What's his name?
Amos.
He is a big advocate of free speech, which is awesome. And that's great, I support that. So I'm gonna use my free speech to respond to you. Alright, Anus?
I am fucking stoned.
Okay, well that explains everything. Continue.
But those wives from whom you fear arrogance, first advise them, then
Can we at least commend that he's actually reading the Quran? I respect that, that's pretty cool. I mean, if you want a proper dialogue, you have to read the Quran, and he did. But you're misinterpreting a whole lot of things.
if they persist, forsake them in bed, and finally, strike them.
Come on! First off, Anus, I'm sorry, I keep getting the name wrong. Amos. It has the word forsaken there. Have you bothered to look up what the word forsaken means? The word forsaken means abandon. It does not mean rape. I don't know where you got rape from. So what it actually means is that you're supposed to leave your wife from bed and not sleep with her in the same bed. So basically, you're kind of punishing her by not sleeping with her. Women do this to guys all the time, alright? Look, if you want to start talking like this, you gotta be fair and interpret it in a fair way, Amos. Sorry about that. This is what it says in the Quran. If you fear high-handedness from your wives, remind them of the teachings of God. Then ignore them when you go to bed, which is the translation of forsaken. You know, ignore them, abandon them, same thing. Then hit them. I'll get back to that. If they obey you, you have no right to act against them. Half of what you said is wrong. So first off, you cannot rape someone. I don't know where you got that from. Yes, it does actually say hit them. Let's be fair, let's be honest. It does say hit them in the Quran. What you don't know is that if you read more deeper, it says that you may hit them with a tiny stick, no bigger than your thumb. Just like disciplining a child. You cannot hit them anywhere on the face and you cannot leave bruises. Now a lot of people out there take this and misinterpret it and beat their wives crazy, which is completely wrong. I honestly don't agree with that, but it's in the Quran and basically that's what it means, and I'm just telling you what it means. I mean, in the same book that you say actually tells you to rape women, it says this. In Women and Nisa, Surah 19, it says, "You who believe, it is not lawful for you to inherit women against their will." Huh, I hope that makes sense.
Allah has made some of them to excel others, and because they spend out of their property.
What? I don't get it. Women can actually divorce men for whatever reason they like. So they have the right to divorce. Some religions, it's till death do us part, so they can't divorce them whether you like it or not. Reading this, it shows that women actually could get a lot of gifts. I mean, I don't get it. Why do women always have to get gifts? Why can't we get gifts for marrying the girls? Like, look, over here it says, give women their bridal gift upon marriage. That's just one. And here's another one. If you wish to enjoy women through marriage, give them their bride gift. Like, we have to shower them with gifts, man. That's like, wow. Yes, women are way better than us. Well, wait, you said that men are better than women. I think you're wrong, bro.
O Prophet, we have made lawful to thee thy wives to whom thou hast paid their dowers, and those slaves whom thy right hand possesses out of the prisoners of war, whom Allah has assigned to thee.
Now, Amos, really? Now you're gonna go with the slavery thing? I think you're confusing slavery with how it was back then in America. That was horrible slavery, and the slaves basically had no rights. Now, slaves in the Islamic world were treated differently. They had more rights, they were treated like humans, they were fed and taken care of. And this was especially if they were believers.
Abstain from sex, except of those joined to them whom their right hand possesses.
Here we go again with the slaves! Amos! Amos, damn it, your name is so hard to say. You're interpreting it this way, that you're able to abstain from sex, but you can still have sex with your slaves. You're completely wrong, bro. Let me explain it to you. It says it right here, Surah 4, verse 25. If any of you does not have the means to marry a believing woman, then marry a believing slave. Which means that you can marry her in the right way. No raping.
Spared of menstruation, if you have a doubt, their prescribed time shall be 3 months, and of those two who have not had their courses.
This young man, to all the court of people here, is purposefully misinterpreting verses from the Quran, and people are indeed believing him, and we have to correct him. Women who menstruate, that means they have a period, right? Women who have not yet menstruated, who have not yet had their period. So, you can have your period and you cannot have your period. So there's different times, dude. Where did you get premenstrual, meaning a young girl, bro? Where did you get that? Where does it say that she's young, premenstrual? It did not even say, it doesn't even have the word young in it. Bro! Why are you doing this to me? It's Ramadan, man, and I'm fasting, bro.
Shall not be able to deal justly with the orphans. Marry women of your choice, 2 or 3 or 4.
Why do you have to be so vulgar? Yes, men could marry 4 wives, but you know what you can't do? You can't marry them without the other wife knowing. So let's say you marry one wife at the beginning, right? That one wife doesn't have babies, but you want babies, and you love her to death, and you don't want to leave her, because if you leave her, that's kind of messed up. You ask for her permission, right? And when you ask for her permission, she would say, yes, I agree to you marrying another wife. I have to be there. Fine, you could marry another wife so you can have kids and share them together. Or if she says no, then you cannot marry another wife. It's bigger than you and bigger than me. It's more than that. There's a lot of things that we are not going to understand. But of course you have to make it vulgar, which is completely messed up. Because you, sir, are doing it the wrong way.
Since Allah said it, I now know that it is a fact that women are lower than me.
Actually, no. He has never said that women are below men. Never, in fact. He said that heaven lies beneath the mother's feet, which means that we have to treat our mothers, who are women, just in case you didn't know, we have to treat them with respect, the utmost respect. And remember this, Muhammad, peace be upon him, was asked, who does he love the most? And they asked him like 5 times, and the first 3 times he said, my mother, my mother, my mother. That's how much he loved his mother, who is a woman, just in case you didn't know.
If I marry them, I get to rape them. Fuck women in the ass.
Look guys, I'm sorry this guy is very vulgar, but in the light of education, let me correct him. Having anal sex is against Islam for everyone. Women, men, everybody. If you were to have anal sex, you're not considered a Muslim anymore. Why? Because it is completely harmful to the people.
Every time I read the Quran,
No, this can't be. Are you serious? I can't believe you're a fan of Zelda 2, man! I'm a fan of Zelda 2, bro! Why are you like this? Why? You seem like a perfectly cool kid that I could hang out with, but why? Oh my god. Habibi, for the love of Allah, if you want me, I could come over and I'll help you clean your room. My room is a mess, but oh my goodness, bro!
but maybe, maybe,
Get to the point already!
these more socially accepted, quote-unquote, moderate Muslims condemn the acts of ISIS, and yet this book says that you should be ISIS.
Okay, first of all, where does it say that we should be ISIS? And I'm a moderate Muslim, and I do condemn what ISIS did, especially what they did recently in the club in Orlando, which is completely horrible because it's during the month of Ramadan. But if you're saying that the Quran says that we should be like ISIS, well, it says that in Ramadan we are not supposed to commit any types of sin, and killing people is one of the worst sins. So how can ISIS be Muslim if they are committing sins during Ramadan? Think, buddy! This guy has the most evil laugh I've ever heard. It's like one of those video game bosses. I can't really take everything you're saying to heart because you have made some mistakes before.
Our journalist freedom index is 154th in the world, 6 ranks below communist fucking Russia.
Yeah, Russia is not communist anymore, buddy. You probably have, messed up your history research over there. Now, to the viewers who are watching this, Amos actually did get arrested in Singapore, and cops have been raiding his home time and time again for the stuff that he's saying about Christians too. He just doesn't say this about Muslims, he says it about Christians too. Am I with him getting arrested? Absolutely not. I think he shouldn't get arrested. He should exercise his right to free speech because it brings people like me and other Muslims to actually look in, do research, and bring us back to our religion. So he's actually doing us a favor. He's probably gonna say, I'm exercising free speech, and I have to talk with free speech. Well, that's right, but free speech always has its limits. The classic example, if you are in a crowded theater and you exercise your free speech and yell out, "Fire! Fire!" or something that could scare people and makes them all run and trample and try to get out the exits, what's gonna happen? People are gonna die, people are gonna get hurt, and there you go. That was you exercising your free speech. Of course, it has to be a limit to it. Another one, if you end up on an abandoned street and you run into these guys, right? And you tell them, "Your mom is an effing F and I'm going to F her." Do you think they're gonna look at you and be like, "Hey, why would you say that? I don't agree with you, but that's free speech. Right over there is the bus. You could go home safely, buddy." They're probably gonna mutilate you, kill you, and then bring you back up again, and then mutilate you and kill you again. Freedom of speech has its place and has its limits. A lot of people follow this because they believe in it. And of course, there's nothing wrong with questioning things so we can understand it a lot more. Some people call me an atheist for questioning things. Questioning is good, but I'm not an atheist. I'm learning a lot. It's just the way you interpret it. And you interpret it in a very negative fashion. So I would like it if you could be fair. I don't support you hurting and being very nasty to people, but at the same time, I do support free speech, and that's very important. Free speech is indeed one of our greatest things that we have here in America, and we get to exercise it every single day. But when you're exercising free speech in a manner like yours, spewing hate, that is bullying. That is really hurting people. So, in the end, think hard about what you're doing, Amos, and I promise you, maybe, someday, changes will come that you want. There's a lot more videos coming out just like this, so thank you guys for watching. Remember, peace, love, and unity, and I'll see you later.